Hi children, welcome back to science class. This is the 8th chapter, session 3 of 4. Third session we are going to learn the body movements. So what we learned, we have the glimpses of it and then we go for the new lesson. Okay children, what we learned so far, recall body movements and importance of the body parts necessary for the movements, legs, limbs, fins, okay, the entire body will run. That all we learnt in the first session. Okay, what is a joint and what is its meaning? So how it will work, that also we have learned, and importance of the joints in the human beings we have learnt it. No, so without the joints we can't walk, learn, lean or bend or move. It is not possible. No. So just like a statue, you have to stand without the joints. Okay, we can't turn like this one. We can't bend like this, isn't it? So these joints allow all movements in our body that we have learned with the various activities. Okay, I think you remember it, and also you tried it now. Okay, now in the second session also we learned about the different types of the socket joints, different varieties, and how to make the model of it. We have seen the video, we have seen the skeleton, okay, and how it is going to work, and also we have seen, see the ball and socket, how it will work, that also we have seen. The pivotal joint on this one, how it will rotate left, right, up and down, how it has done, and the hinge joint, and we have learned to make it one hinge joint also. Then the skull joints, that is fixed joints, that also we have learned, isn't it? So fixed joints cannot be moved, even a small 1 millimeter also we can't move as we do, okay. And this one, the upper skull part, that is upper jaw, lower jaw, upper jaw, it is also a joint which is fixed, that cannot be moved, isn't it? So these are all the things what we have learned today, okay. So now we are going to learn about importance of skeletal system, structure of bone using X-rays, that means inside the body, how the bones are going to be there and how many are there, that also can be seen in the X-ray, and little bit extra we are going to learn types of bones, structures and its functions, meaning of cartilage bone, contraction of muscles, difference between bone and cartilages. So these are the things we are going to learn in third session. In the fourth session, we are going to learn about importance of walking in animals, how they will walk and what is the importance, why they do, different types of movement in different animals, okay, fish, birds, insects such as butterflies and all, how they will move, what makes it to move, everything we are going to learn in the next session. Type of movement in insect, birds, fish and earthworms, that mainly we are going to learn. Dear children, so these are the things, very interesting factors, no? So that we can learn. So before that you can watch all these things really in the surrounding area, nearby your house, inside your house you will see so many insects. Next we are going to learn about the diagrams of the bone, identify these things. Okay. So which is this one? This is skull part. So what we have this one? This is the rib cage, isn't it? That is the rib cage. So this is phalanges or fingers, finger bones. Okay. So this is, what is this? Is it an insect or any animal? No children, it is our backbone. This is our backbone. Clear? So here this is the pelvic bone, what we have hip bone. Okay. So this is the skeleton. We have different types of bones which are different shapes and their functions also vary from one to another one. All the bones in our body form a framework to give a shape to our body, isn't it? This framework is called the skeleton, what you see. So how to check this one? Touch your head with the fingers, you feel what is there. Touch your fingers here is joints and all, you can see the wrist and all, okay, this part, okay, back side also you can touch, shoulders you touch, okay, leg, finger, all parts of your body touch with your fingers. So hard structures are there, no? They are nothing but bones, okay. So the framework what we have, that's called skeleton. Do you know this children? The human skeleton is composed of around 305 bones. Newly born baby, they will have 305 bones at the birth. The number of bones in the skeleton changes with the age. As we grow, what will happen? Some of the bones in our body are going to fuse and decreases in number. That is about 206 bones by adult. After some bones have fused together, it is going to be like that. This is the skull, no? So they are going to fuse. Different parts of the body, some bones are there, they will fuse once again. So which are free, then they will fuse to form hardness. So this is how we are going to get 206 bones in our body. Children, have you seen X-ray of your family or your friends or someone in the hospital? They might have taken for some purposes. So you might have seen that one. So X-ray of any part of your body, it may be the legs, hands, head, eyes. So many parts of the body they are going to take mainly. So this is the skeletal part. Okay, you can see the joints also in that one, and the type, structure, shape of the bones. See, X-ray technology made us to achieve so many things. No, X-ray technology is very important for us. Why? Without cutting our skin, we can see how the bones are there, what the structure are there, and how it is. We can see that. Okay, how do you know the shape of the different bones in our body? We can have some idea about the shape and number of bones in some parts of our body by feeling them. Another way how to get this one is that we can know better would be to look at the X-ray images of human body. By seeing the human body, we can find out. See the X-ray. This is the X-ray of skull. The bone, see, we see the bone structure how it is, and this is the nose part and dental, how the teeth are arranged in this the mouth and all. So clearly, without removing the skin, we can see like this one. Okay. See, for us 1, 2, 3 bones only will see feel in the hand. If on the finger, middle finger you touch, see 1, 2, 3 only will. But in X-ray we can see one more bone extra. 1, 2, 3, and where the nail is there, there is one more small bone is there. 4 bone joints are there here. See how nicely we can see in the X-ray. Clear? So this was developed by a scientist by name Wilhelm Röntgen. Wilhelm Röntgen, a German physicist, he discovered X-ray in 1895. For this, in the 1905, for the first time in the physics, he was awarded the Nobel Prize. As the technology has advanced nowadays, we are using another methods that is called CT scan and MRI scan. I think you might have heard, this is the familiar now. So instead of X-rays, they are going to take CT scan and MRI scan. Why they are not using or suggesting X-rays for everything? They are avoiding these X-rays. Why? Find out now. So this is the CT scan. So full form of CT scan is a little tough for you to remember. So you can learn in the higher classes. Okay. This is MRI scan. So CT scan and MRI scan. So these are the two different types of scans where we can see the bones, bone structures, layer by layer. So without cutting the brain, we can have the slice pictures or images of the slice of the brain like this one. So that is the modern technology what we are using. Okay, children. So this is the X-ray technology, how it is going to work out. You can see the inside bones. Bones of the body is visible. So what you are seeing is chest bone, rib cage. Bend your fingers. Are you able to bend them at every joint? Of course, you can bend. How many bones does your middle finger have? Feel the back of your palm. It seems to have many bones, isn't it? See, the middle finger 1, 2, 3, and small bone, upper one, 4 are there. See. So when you touch the middle finger, okay, feel the back of your palm. This is the palm, no? You touch it. See, these are all the bones. Okay, bones. There are so many bones are there here. Small pieces of bones are present in this part also. You can feel it. Is your wrist bone flexible? Isn't it? See, try and see. Is it made up of several small bones called carpels? So it is because of the bending is flexible because of many carpels. These are the carpels. So now we see, you are seeing our rib cage. See how many bones are there? 1 or 2? There are so many. No. So rib bones join the chest bone and the backbone together to form a box. This is called rib cage. This is the rib cage. So there are 12 bones on each side of the chest. 12 here, 12 here. So 12 plus 12, 24 bones are going to present here. Some important internal parts of our body lie protected inside the cage. isn't it? Nice, no? The rib cage is protecting the internal organs. Have you wondered which are the organs which are protected here? Which are the important organs? Let us see. So this is the rib cage. So inside there is the bones in the rib cage. How it is going to be present? See, the rib cage bones that are called C-shaped structures also there, which will not allow that to collapse. Okay, that is the bones of rib cage. See, what is the organ it is protecting? The name of the organ is lungs. Now you see the heart also is protected here. Lungs and heart are the two organs which are going to be protected inside. Okay. Next it is supported. I told no backbone. Have you seen the backbone? So in human body also there is a backbone. That's called vertebral column. So this is the structure of vertebral column. So this is the shape what we see in the backbone. Okay. For this, ask your friend to touch your toes without bending their knee. Starting from the neck, move your finger down on the back of your friend. What do you feel? A hard mass you feel, no? A bone-like structure. That is nothing but backbone. Clear now, children? So back side of this one is the main support, no? So it will allow to bend like this. This is the structure. It is hollow inside. So backbone is made up of many small bones called vertebrae. Okay. So the backbone consists of 33 vertebrae. How many are there? Total 33 vertebrae are present in the column. See, this is the front view. So if the backbone was made up of only one long bone, will your friend be able to bend? It is not possible, no? That you already understood. So see how this backbone will allow to do the works. That lady is bending this side and that side, and he is also doing some exercises. Okay, she is doing bending. This vertebral column will allow to do these functions, and also it protects one of the important organ in our body. Let us see what is that. This is hollow in center. Hollow means inside nothing is there, no? Hollow in center. So this is the single bone I am showing. Single vertebrae you can see that is hollow in structure. So one above the other they are staked. Total 33 are there. Hollow in the center. Why it is like that? For what purpose it is hollow there? See, vertebral column inside they will see one long rope-like structure is going now. So there is nothing but spinal cord. It arises from the brain and ends in the last bone of the vertebral. Okay, so there is the vertebral column. So spinal cord is arises from the brain. So it will enter into the vertebral column and it goes to the bottom, last one. And also it acts as a controller of involuntary actions in our body. That now we will go to the shoulder bones. Okay, this is the strong bone. So then you can touch. If you push the wall, while you are pushing, you can see the prominent bone which is going to work is shoulder bones. So this is the shoulder bone. See that already you have seen in the previous session how the shoulder bone is going to be. Make your friend to stand with both hands to push the wall. Do you notice two bones of the back are prominent where the shoulders are? They are called shoulder bones. So with the help of the bones they are going to move this one. Clear? That is the shoulder bone. Next we will come to the another joint that is called pelvic bones. Where is pelvic? That is the lower part of the below the stomach, that is called pelvic bone is present. So this structure is made up of pelvic bones. They enclose the portion of the body that is below the stomach part. This is the part you sit on. So while we are sitting, the end part is going to be sit onto the post. Okay, this is the pelvic bone. So this pelvic bone is important to bear the weights and also. Okay, so and also it protects some of the organs in the body also. Next is the another bone, skull bone. The skull is made up of many bones joined together. It encloses and protects a very important part of the body, that is the brain. So brain is situated in the skull box. That is skull. It protects the brain. It is very important, no? So this is the skull. See which are the other organs it is going to protect us. Let us see. See the brain. Next is eyes in the sockets, the skull is having the sockets, in that sockets eyes are present, a pair of eyes you can see. So next is ears, isn't it? Ears. Next the nose. So these are the different organs which are going to be protected by the skull. So here we are coming to learn about the another type of bone. So what is this? It is soft and smooth bones. Soft and smooth. Touch here what you can feel. So there is nothing, is it no? We can freely move this one. These are the some additional part of the skeleton. They are not as hard as the bones and which can be bent. These are called cartilage bones. So where they are situated? In the ear. So this part is not there. It is very soft. Here bone is not there. But you touch this one, feel with the fingers. So touch and feel this one. It is some little bit hard and it is flexible. We can fold it, isn't it? We can fold. We can fold it. We can move it. Okay. This is called cartilage bone. Not only here, inside the foot pipe and windpipe also, these type of bones are present. They are called cartilage bones. They are called cartilage bone. So feel your ear. Do you find any hard bony part that can be bent? There do not seem to be any bone here, isn't it? So do you notice anything different between the earlobe and the portion above it? As you press them between your fingers, you can feel that one. Okay, this is the cartilage bone. Here, the tip of the nose, there is a one septal center part is there that can be bent like this one, but not this part. This part is very hard. This cannot be moved. But below that, we can move this one. Okay. Do you feel something in the upper part of the ear that is not as soft as the earlobe, but not as hard as the bone? This is cartilage. So tip of the nose, we can feel the cartilage here. See this part and this part, we have a smooth bone. That's nothing but cartilage bone. See the diagram. Where are the cartilage bones are there, I told. So they are in the throat region. Here you can see the voice box. No? This is called voice box. Here is also you can see the cartilage bones. So they are C-shaped here and it will not allow the foot pipe or windpipe to collapse. Now how these bones are able to move? Now I have bones that has to be lifted up now. To lift, what makes it to lift? That is done by muscles. So these muscles are present in our body. See, so have a hand like this one. So fold it. Here keep the hand and fold. You can see the bulged portion. What you are seeing. This is muscle. Let us see what is the muscle contraction. See the muscles. So while making it pull and push, so they can move this one. Okay. Make a fist with one hand. Bend your arm at the elbow and touch your shoulder with the thumb. Do you see any change in your upper arm? Touch it with the other hand and see. See the image what while bending what you are seeing. See. So there is the lengthness. Lengthens the muscle and shortens the muscle. So once you move, the muscle becomes shorter. So that you will allow this to move. When you extend, the muscle will be lengthened. So this is the contraction and relaxation. So even one small experiment also you can do. See, keep your hand like this one, wrist, see. So you can see the fingers will fold. If you press here, some part, one or two fingers are going to bend like this one. See this one, how we can feel. See. So this is the control this one. So muscles, when you press the muscle, they will contract. So that will fingers will move like this one. So you have to leave the fingers free and press it. Press the different portion. Here also you can see. If I press here, see I am not doing any activity of this one. So you only do this one. So here this muscle you keep here and press. Automatically your fingers are going to be bent. So try this children. Okay. Now bring your arm back to its normal position. You can see still is it contracted? No, it is lengthened. Okay. It is lengthened. So here the movement what they are doing. Here also you can see the muscles, thigh muscles. No? So here the muscles are helping to move. You can observe similar contraction and muscle in your leg also. Okay. when you are walking or running. So, see how the muscles are contracting and relaxing there. So, this makes us to move the bones. Okay. Here also see the action, see the muscles how they are moving. See, red is contraction and blue color is relaxation. And children, how the not only bones cannot help us to move, muscles are required for the movement. Okay. So, the muscles are the main keystones. Here see the skeleton already have seen the full different parts, that is the hand region, there is the joint, hip joint, seeing the pivotal joint there. Just for recalling, I am showing this one. The skull can be bent like this, bent back, up and down, sidewise, left and right. That is the fixed joints she is showing. So, that cannot be moved. That cannot be moved. Okay. So, this is the human skeleton. Skeleton supports our body. It protects our internal organs also. Human skeleton has 206 bones. The skull, this is the clavicle or collar bones. That is sternum, that is the midpoint of the rib cage, sternum. This is the humerus, canella and radius. This is the hand bones. This is spinal cord or spine, what we say. This is pelvis, femur, fibula and tibia. These are the different parts of the leg. So, skeleton. See, skeleton is the framework. See, for example, if you want to go to make a doll or a Ganesha or a Durga or something you are making, you might have seen. First, what they will do, with the help of iron rods or some wooden support they are going to take. No? So, they will make the framework first. Okay. On the framework, they will give the shape of this one, isn't it? Similarly, in our body, the framework is skeleton, children. That is the skeleton. It is like this. You are seeing now, that is the skeleton what you have. Okay, children, I think you understood. Now, it is time for quiz. Okay. I think you are familiar with the all types of bones, what you have learned so far, and also you felt by touching in the body parts and all. Now, let us have the quiz. Part made up of many small bones. Part made up of many small bones. Hand and leg digit bones, rib cage, pelvic bones, all of these. Part made of many small bones. Remember, I will give 1 minute. Okay, I think you know the answer. Some of you are telling that is hand and leg digit bones. Well done, children, you have said correctly. Now, next question. Number of bones present on either side of the rib cage. Rib cage bones. This is the rib. Don't count now. Remember, you have seen the diagram I explained. How many are there? Yes, there are 12. 12 bones on each side. So, 12 here, 12 there. Okay. So, next question. The bone made out of vertebral column, hand, back, leg, hip. Which one? That is back. Clear no children? It is clear no children? So next question. This is not a very hard and not very soft, but helps in bending. So let us see. There is nothing but cartilage. I think you touched the ear, no? Soft bone. So there is nothing but cartilage. So this bone protects the brain. Which is that? This part? Rib cage, cartilage, skull, pelvic bone. Yes, children, it is skull. It is skull. Skull is protecting the brain. Okay. Name this, children. What is this? Very good. It is skull. And what about this? Rib cage. Very good, children. So this one? It is not animal, I told in the beginning itself. Remember? Yes, this is vertebral column, backbone. This one? Entire, all bones. This is called skeleton, children. This is skeleton. Children, now it is time for home assignment. I think you understood different types of the bones, isn't it? So what are the functions and how they are shaped? These are all the things you have learned. So now it is time for home assignment. What is meant by skeleton? Copy down. Name the scientist who discovered X-ray. How many bones are present in the skeleton when humans are born? What are carpels? Name the parts that are protected by the rib cage. So rib cage is this one, and which are the parts inside are present and they are protecting. Okay, the important parts now that you have to remember. Name the bone that protects the brain. Okay, so once again I will read out these. What are carpels? Name the parts that are protected by the rib cage. Name the bone that protects the brain. Next is the, what is a cartilage? You have to copy down and answer this one and show to your class teacher, especially science teacher. List the differences between bone and cartilage. Bone is so smooth and cartilage is very hard, no? Think. Correctly you have to write the answer. Okay. So I have to say thanks for those who have helped in the PPT preparation and making me to do this lesson effectively. I have to thank Martesh sir and Padmati R and the bone skeleton and different parts showed by the Dr. Nalini. And this activity is done by so many children. Thank you all for the help for making the PPT heard. And look at this children, what they are doing. Okay. I think you are also expert in this, I think, in your schools. If you have the yoga and other things you might have done. So about this one, in the next class, that is next session, we are going to learn little bit detail. Okay. Thank you, children. It is presented by me, Lakshmi Narayan Shetty, KR, teacher from St. Peter's High School, Bangalore. Thank you, children.